Hey you! Did you just move to the Netherlands? Is being an expat here a little confusing? Stop. Take a sec. This video is for you. At BGMT, we focus on the social and cultural aspects of the international community here in the Netherlands. And that's why we want to help you make the best of your experience here. Having lived here for 3 years, I'd like to consider myself a bit of an expert on adjusting to Dutch life. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with 5 tips to level up your life here in the Netherlands in 2021. And if you manage to stick around all the way till the end, we've got a bit of a sneak peek for you about what's to come and what you can expect from BGMT. Tip number 1. Moving here is great, as long as you can learn to let go of your privilege. Okay, I'ma be real with you. When you first move here, you experience a bit of a blackout. You're cut off from your family, your friends, your network. After all, you're moving here to build a new life for yourself, and that involves letting some things go. Now, depending on your background, the transition can either be easy or hard. For me, I grew up in the upper echelons of Cairo, so the transition involved a lot of me letting go of the privilege I once had. But as long as you can remember to stay positive, and that life is about compromises and adjustments, you'll do just fine. Another important thing to remember is to be honest with yourself. Be honest with your wants, be honest with your needs, and where you want to go. Countless of others have done this before you, so learn to trust the process. And last but not least, chin up. You're doing better than you think you are. Tip number 2. Do your research. Okay, I have a confession to make. I moved to the Netherlands having done 0 research. Now, I get how that whole clean slate approach can be really fun. It's exciting, you're here, you're new, you know nothing. That makes you want to learn more, and that helps you interact with your environment. But that might be good for tourists, that might be good for people staying here for a short time, not people who want to get a job and build a life. A good place to start with your research is tourist websites and government information websites. That gives you a bit of a macro view about Dutch society and the cities you're in. Now, when you actually move here, there are plenty of expat-specific sources to help you out. When you're looking at stuff about social and cultural, check out bgmt.nl. This is sort of our expert area. Now, if you want to do more practical aspects, check out our friends at College Life. They're really good with that. There are also plenty of other websites and resources that will suit your every need, which are right here. Another important aspect to look at with your research that also adds a bit of a community dimension is Facebook groups. There are plenty of them, specific by area and even interest. So you can make a couple of friends, but we'll talk a bit more about that later. Staying informed about the Netherlands is a 24/7 job. But don't worry, we've got your back. We've got plenty more content to help you with your journey as an expat here, so stay tuned. Tip number 3. You're on your own, and that's a good thing. Okay, now, some of us have just come fresh out of our homes living with our parents, while some of us have had more practice at this whole living on your own thing. That said, we all experience this blackout of we don't have as many friends, we don't have any family, we don't have somebody to cook dinner for us or do laundry if we need them to. You should know that Dutch people put a great stock on self-reliance and a can-do attitude. And for you as an expat, there's another layer. New customs and traditions for you to learn. Now, is that fair? Maybe not, but that's a conversation for another video. The point is, you have to make it work for you. Now, how do you go about doing that? Like we talked about in the last tip, keep yourself informed, stay on top of your things. We also recommend that you get a Dutch bank account as soon as possible. You literally can't do anything without it. And if you don't know how to cook yet, learn to do so. You'll do your wallet a favor. Bonus, if you can get some friends, they'll make the process much more fun. Tip number 4, stand out. Okay, remember how we talked about compromises? One of the things you have to compromise for is the Dutch job market. Now, due to the high existence of English-speaking university programs, there's quite a high level of international competition here, which is why you should really focus on standing out by showcasing your dedication, positivity, hard work, and passion. Now, another layer to this is that there are EU people and non-EU people. and the EU people get a more favorable treatment when it comes to the job market. But lucky for you, there's a way to fight this by learning an in-demand skill. Some of the ones that we found most useful are coding, design, SEO, and video and audio editing. Now here's another little insider tip for you. Because there are high levels of proficiency in English locally, a lot of people think you shouldn't learn Dutch. That's not true. Recruiters love to see that. They love to see you getting involved in the local working culture. And that's exactly why you should. Tip number 5. Build your community. Now, we all know that nothing's fun when you do it alone. Making friends will not only help you feel less alone in the Netherlands, but it will help you professionally if you happen to be in the same career field. Now, some ways to do that, as we've talked about before, are Facebook groups. Another way to do that, if you happen to be a student, are uni-related organizations. There are plenty of clubs for you to join out there that suit every interest. Now, if you're a bit in the older demographic, there are also plenty of charitable groups and local organizations that help you out with that. The important thing is to have fun. And for those of you that drink, there are also plenty of bars for you to explore. The Netherlands has plenty of opportunities to have fun. You just have to go out and look for them. Alright folks, that's all we've got for today. If you're curious about Expat Life, please make sure to check out our website for all the information there is to know social and cultural. Check out our podcast for all kinds of expat success stories. Let us know down in the comments what are your favorite tips and what we'd like to add. And please like and subscribe so we can appease the YouTube gods. I beg of you. And now, since you were so nice and stayed all the way to the end, let me give you a little sneak peek of what's to come. There may be a budgeting video in your future, if you're into that. So stay tuned for this hopefully fun and informative video, and stick with us on this journey.